I'm going to tell you my whole story in like 30 seconds, but basically in the end, I got rid of my acne by going to a dermatologist, a skin doctor, and they prescribed me a medication that I put like on my face. They prescribed me a pill that I took every day. They prescribed me a face wash that I would use at night. They prescribed me all these different things, and after probably 8 months of that regimen, my acne was basically gone, or as minimal as a normal person's acne where you just get pimples every once in a while. After keeping that regimen up for 2 years, I ended it about 2 or 3 months ago, and this is my skin currently. I'm wearing BB cream and powder right now, but that's it, and it doesn't really cover up my skin, so my skin doesn't have a lot of pimples anymore or acne, and I'm really happy with my skin. So now you might be angry with me because you wanted me to tell you a miracle product that you could use to get rid of your acne, but I'm gonna say right now, there is no such thing. There are so many different things you can find on Amazon or Target or anywhere, and I literally spent over 100 hours searching and looking up reviews and trying all these different products that said they would get rid of my acne, and none of them did. So I'm sorry, but they didn't work for me. I know about salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide and all these other different acne treatments that you can buy at the drugstore, and literally I have spent more than $100 on different skincare things, and maybe that's a lot of money to you, maybe that's not a lot, but that's a lot for me as I was not a kid who was working. I just used like basically all my money either on makeup to cover up my acne or on skincare treatments to try to get rid of my acne. So I'm going to tell you guys my story really quick. And my reasoning behind this video is not to tell you a miracle product, because I don't believe there is one, but to tell you my story and to try to give you someone to relate to, because I think that's so much more valuable when you can just feel like you're not alone and like other people feel the same way you do. So I'm hoping I can help you through this rather than give you this end to it, because I don't really think there is an end that I or anyone else can give you right this second to get rid of all your acne. So instead I'm going to try to help you understand and feel like you're okay. So I got my first pimple in 7th grade. I was 13. It was really scary, and that was also crazy the time I started wearing makeup. And you know, when you're in 7th grade, I don't think I thought like, oh, I'm gonna start wearing makeup to cover up my acne and to make me look better. But that's kind of what happened. When I look back on my 7th grade year, I'm able to see all these things that click together, and I can kind of see that it's all because of my acne and the insecurities I was having with that. So I started spending money on makeup. I started watching YouTube videos about makeup and specifically how to cover up acne, and I started my own YouTube channel, all basically because I got acne. That was how I started getting an interest in makeup. So summer after 7th grade, it got to the point where it was like irregular acne, where it was worse than all my friends and other people. And all through 8th grade and 9th grade, my acne was so bad. I would wear a full face of like foundation and concealer and blush and bronzer every day to school. Like, I wouldn't just wear concealer and powder. I would literally wear foundation every single day. Not because I wanted to, like I would try to tell myself it was because I liked makeup and it was fun, and I kind of made it fun by buying new makeup and trying it out and watching YouTube videos about it. But in reality, I literally believed that I had to, because otherwise I was not normal and I was ugly, and that was just the harsh reality. So I wore this full face of makeup every day. Obviously, you can't just wear like a full face of foundation. You have to go in and do your mascara and eyeliner and eyeshadow and all that too, so that your face won't look like really oddly, I don't know. That's just how you do your makeup, okay? You gotta do the whole thing. I would spend 30 minutes every day in the morning before school doing my makeup, and I wasn't doing it for the right reasons. I wasn't doing it because I liked makeup, because it was fun, because I liked putting it on. No, I was doing it because I felt like I had to be normal and be accepted and not be shamed. And that is so wrong. Like, no one should have to think that way. And if you're thinking that way, I'm so sorry, because that was like such a low point in my life for me. Like, it was terrible having to do that every day. When people told me that they didn't wear makeup, I was just jealous. Like, you don't have to wear makeup? Oh my gosh. Like, that's that's crazy to me, how some people can just have this self-confidence, or they can just not care to the point where they don't need to cover up their skin, because to me that was basically who I was. Like, I had to cover up my skin every single day and make this mask, put it into place before I could enter society. During like 8th and 9th grade, I would never walk around without makeup on. Like, if I'm going to a friend's house for a late night, like, oh, gotta hurry and do my full face of makeup, you know? Like, I couldn't even be myself with like my friends, and I think that's really sad, because I feel like most people can come home from school and take off their makeup and be fine, but that gave me like anxiety because I felt so just like ugly and I couldn't go out in public like that. Even with my family and just like at home, I would take off my makeup like at the very end of the night, and I felt super self-conscious. Like, I remember washing my face and coming out of the bathroom and then just kind of feeling like my siblings like staring at me and like the pimples on my face, and you can just tell like that you're different and people kind of look at you differently. And it sucks, you know? Like, no one wants that, and I wanted it to be gone. So that was when I started searching for all these different things online that could help with my acne, and so many of them dried out my skin. First off, benzoyl peroxide totally dries out your skin. Like, don't try anything that has 10% benzoyl peroxide, because although it's the highest amount that they offer at the drugstore and you're like, oh, this will totally cure my acne. No, it won't. It'll just dry out your skin. And benzoyl peroxide also has bleaching properties. So if you look on things like towels, it'll say like, do not put benzoyl peroxide on this, because it'll bleach it. And I don't know if it was 8th grade or 9th grade, but one year I just got obsessed with benzoyl peroxide because I was like, oh, this says it will cure my acne, I will use it. And I washed my face with it every day. And I literally got like the strands near the front of my hair on this side were like bleach, like orange. Like, it was so weird because I use that face wash all the time and I didn't protect my hair back, so it got the face wash on it and it got like bleached. But I didn't really care because, you know, I had to do that to get my acne away, even though it never did anything for my face. I believed that it would because people told me it would. The main thing that my acne affected was probably my confidence. My confidence was really lacking, and I still have really low confidence, but it definitely stemmed from my acne. And after 8th grade, like, a lot of my friends moved away and went to different schools or different states. And I didn't really have friends going into high school because my friends that were left kind of went into different things. And that was so hard for me. And I had such a hard time believing I could make friends, because part of me was like, who would want to be friends with me when my face is just so ugly? Like, why would you want to be my friend? That was my thought process. And it was really hard for me to make friends. I didn't make any my freshman year. Luckily my sophomore year I did, and I still have those friends today and they're awesome. And obviously, true friends will not judge you for your face. Even my friends I had in middle school, they were still my friends, and I had acne. Like, they didn't leave me because of my acne, they left me because they were moving away and we were just separating in our personalities. But for some reason my confidence just got flattened, and it was like such a hard time for me, all just because of my acne and some things on my face. Also, because my confidence was so low, I was just a super self-conscious person, and I'm still very self-conscious, but doing anything that would bring attention to me was just so hard for me to do. Like, I get really bad anxiety in class when I'm like getting up to go to the bathroom. Like, I just don't want everyone turning to stare at me, and that's really hard. I remember during the summers where I had a lot of bad acne, I hated going swimming because you can't really wear makeup in the pool. And I remember taking friends swimming, and they would just kind of look at me differently just because I wore makeup so much. If you never see someone without it and then you see them without all this makeup, like, obviously they are gonna look different, and it's not necessarily that they're ugly, they just look so different to you that like you kind of have to stare, I guess. So I'd recommend that you just don't wear a ton of makeup. Like, I know it's so hard, and I know the struggle of wanting to put on makeup and then putting on makeup, and it makes your acne look worse, and it's drying and peeling off your face, and then you're crying because it looks so bad, and then you have to leave in 5 minutes, but your face is a mess and your heart is a mess, and you just don't know if you can do it. Like, I know the struggle, and it's so hard, but seriously, you don't need to cover up your whole face. And I understand the need for concealer and stuff, but I was just doing too much and going way too far, where I feel like no one even knew like what my face actually looked like. Another thing that was really hard is like when people make comments about your skin or your face or your makeup or anything regarding this area. I remember one time I was at a church camp with my friend and we had so much fun at the church camp, but like I was wearing this full face of makeup all the time and it was an overnighter camp. And so I had to take off my makeup at night and I took it off like the very last minute and I was going to go to bed and she was in the shower. And then she came out and she saw me with my makeup off and she made a comment like, "Wow, you look so different without makeup." And that's not even a mean comment, but the connotation with the word different was just so negative. Like, I look different without makeup. Like, yes, I know I have 20 pimples on my face that you couldn't see as well before. Like, I know that that's not a good thing. And it's just so hard, comments like that, where people, I feel like, don't even think about it when they're saying it, but it just affects you so much and so deeply, and it's so hard not to let those affect you, but you just need to know, like, think about where it's coming from in that person. Are they trying to say you look ugly? No, like, they're literally just saying you look different. They aren't used to you looking that way because you cover it up so much all the time. Like, if we could all just let go and be ourselves, then they wouldn't think you looked different and we could all just be happy and there wouldn't be any of these anxieties. But unfortunately our society is super like pro beautiful unnaturally, and so we dye our hair and put on makeup and it's really sad. So yeah, this was kind of a sad video, but I just really wanted to make something like this always. Like, this was kind of my dream video to make on my channel. I took a lot of pictures with acne, well, not a lot, but several, because I wanted them to be my before pictures so that I could do a video like this, and I always had the hope that someday my acne would be clear enough where I could film a video like this. So this is my video, and just to review, there is no miracle product that will cure your acne. I think it's important to find your happiness and your confidence in yourself from some other part of yourself, like maybe your quality as a person, rather than just what's on your face. And if you aren't able to do that, like, it is really hard, and I wasn't able to do that with acne, but after going through that and looking back, that's just my advice that I have. So I hope this helped you guys. If you guys have any questions about what it was like having acne or stuff like that, I would love to answer them, and you guys can leave any feelings you have in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Toodles!